Okay guys, we are back here. GEST Finals, First Departure versus Invasion MUFC. This game has been taking so long to remake, and finally we're back here. Palozon, I swear, if you add Empower, you add Stats, you go on with it. That's pretty much gonna be it. So okay, no problem. So we'll be starting the game up here. First Departure versus Invasion MUFC. Hopefully the stream is okay. I'll be taking a look just a little bit. Okay, yeah, so that'll be it. Okay, I won't have a co-caster for this because my co-caster did DC out, so he won't be casting anymore for game 2, and I'll be doing alone. So MUFC taking the first game against First Departure. I've said this a million times. With that Alchemist. So now, wow. Okay, so anyway, guys, you know that Palozon has repented. He has even switched back to his what you call it? Well, his Christian name, Palozon. Yep, so from Archin, he's now Palozon. So you can see that he truly repented. Look at him. He doesn't want to look me in the eye. Look me in the eye, sir. I know you did wrong, but we forgive all your sins. So we'll be going to the game. Just play a good game.
They're off.
And okay, so just for you guys that are just tuning in, too many jests right there. And right now, Winter will be playing the Knicks. Koto will be checking out for.
Generation.
Koto will be checking out. Koto will be checking for the Roshan attempt, and Ling will be the Koto. Nyx Assassin on played by Winter. Horntrash player will be the hard carry as faces Void, and Queen of Pain played by Yuan Yuan once again. I hope I don't miss any first bloods, but I don't think so. It's a tri-lane against nothing, and because it's a tri-lane versus nothing anyway. Last baby with the Darks here, going into the jungle, get some experience up. This guy is clearly not Palozon. It is Heaven, Googly Eyes or Heaven, whoever you know him, however you know him. So that'll be it. And another Palozon? Are you serious, guys? Really? Really? You're gonna do this? So it is scripted on Rubik, Googly Eyes on Rasta or Shadow Shaman. Miracle will be the hard carry Juggernaut, and Magnus will be Hannah will be playing the offlane Nature's Prophet, which is of course the jungle Nature's Prophet, which just seems to be the trend nowadays. It's just a tri-lane against nothing versus tri-lane against nothing. So, and we're gonna go back here into the jungle. So last hits pretty even across the board. 5 for 2 for the Void, 4 for 2 on the Queen of Pain Juggernaut, 4 for 2, and Magnus of course suffering as usual. The real Palozon here, official Palozon, will be 2-0. But the creep wave does reach the tower, so he will be getting some experience at least out of that. Of course, the Magnus will only truly suffer before he gets the bottle. So an early bottle snipe here on the Magnus does really shut down his farm. Shockwave gonna fly out, gonna burn down Yuan Yuan a little bit, and get the last hit for himself. Shadow Strike once again goes out. This might actually be a kill here if he's not careful. Not gonna be blinking that, gonna blink to disjoin that tower attack. I was thinking he might actually have gone for that. But not enough damage, doesn't have to scream. Again, 2 points in the Shadow Strike. Palozon has to be very careful. Blink comes off cooldown 1 second, and this might actually be a kill. No, not gonna go for the blink. Palozon playing very risky here. If he does get jumped on, if I was the Queen of Pain, I would have jumped on that, and that would have been a free kill. But no, gonna be playing safe, and here comes Queen of Pain. Doesn't have the boots. Gonna get a tower hit for his trouble. Invisibility rune coming out. Nyx Assassin, Winter, gonna be rotating up, but he's spotted by the Observer Ward, so gonna be okay. But Palozon, with that little risk taking there, will get his bottle up. So playing very dangerously there, tries to redeem himself for adding Empower at level 1. So Nyx Assassin already with the Invis rune, going to be coming here to gank up some creeps, of course. And Horntrash player already starting out with the bash, gonna go down and a creep dies. And Horntrash player gonna munch on the tangle here, has a poor man shield, gonna offset some of that creep damage, especially when he doesn't want it to reach the tower. So he'll be tanking up this creep wave for himself, get up a ring of health, try to regen it. I expect him to go into the jungle, into the side shop here to get his ring of health. Nope. Just gonna be farming up the creep wave here, slowly but surely. Gonna get a lot of farm. We're gonna see if he does farm up as fast as the previous game on the Alchemist. 25 minutes, 6 slots up. So Miracle gonna be farming this creep also. 17 last hits on him, 18 right now. Magnus 7 for 0, still not having a good time. 13 for 5 on Yuan Yuan, and he does get his first deny. So Palozon really happy now. Okay, I'll try and bring in my co-caster right now, and he does. Okay, so I'll just try to call him one more time. If he does drop, then of course I'll try not to disrupt the stream that much. All right, hi Dave, welcome back. You okay now?
Yep.
Okay. You guys, if you find Dave a bit too soft, do tell us in the chat. He'll be keeping tabs on that, so as to, well, what you call it? Yeah, so as to be able to monitor his sound levels as well as my sound levels. If mine is too loud, he can just notify me immediately. So hopefully we won't have much of those technical problems in this game. So far, no kills have happened. 0 for 0 on both sides. A creep does fall very brutally to 2 bashes there by Hontrash player. So that's about it.
Speaking of Hontrash player, just click on his inventory. Check out his Battle Fury.
Yeah, I did see his Battle Fury. Yeah.
Which guy, right?
Yeah, legendary axe as well. It's a really nice item as well.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
You know. So it looks like Miracle already going to be pushing with this healing ward, with his friend, who's not Colossus, is scripted, and as well Hannah is going to come in with the Treants as well. So they're going to look for a fast tier 1. And with the healing ward, the creeps are very difficult to bring down. Level 2 on that healing ward. And here comes another set of creeps, and this tier 1 tower will be going down without any opposition. Kotal will be coming to slow down this push. But this Juggernaut, that's what he's here for. Even the healing ward, with the healing ward and a low level in the Kotal blast here, he will not be getting as much. And the trends are pulled back for a short moment there, but the healing ward will be off cooldown about 27 seconds. Phase boots already up on Miracle. So this quick push, I don't think that MUFC will be in the position to actually stop this push right now. Kotal, yes, he does have the Illuminate, but with this pulling, Nyx Assassin is getting experience, Kotal is not getting any, and he actually risks getting picked off here.
I'm actually quite surprised that MUFC is comfortable enough to give goes on the map all the time. Like, it's usually a first ban or pick.
Well, obviously Winter has very good plans for this Magnus pick. I guess he's very comfortable with giving away the Magnus. I'm never comfortable with seeing teams give away Magnus because Magnus is always there, a ticking time bomb. If you get caught out, it can really turn the game around. Lose you Roshan, lose your entire fight. And the cooldown for that is not really high either. 100 seconds on the last level, that's really short. And looks like Shaman will be rotating down. He doesn't have boots yet. Oh, he does have boots. He does have boots, and we'll be looking for the 6-minute rune, denying off for the Queen of Pain. Kotal, of course, Ling will be looking to deny this rune as well. 6 minutes gonna come on in. Nighttime's gonna hit, and Illusion will be picked up by Scripted. So Scripted will be laying down some Illusion harassment here for Ling. Gonna be working as a high ground ward here as well. This Illusion just gonna be standing here, offering a little bit of high ground vision. Meanwhile, Miracle picks up a phase boots, working towards the drums.
FV is not as much of a ticking time bomb as AM or Alchemist, so they're actually quite comfortable.
What's with all the scribbling?
Not trying to roam, as in the 2 spots. They should have a lot of time to farm it.
Yep, Hontrash player still farming up, already up with his Chronosphere, has his Ring of Health as well. 1k gold on him. Last hits, Miracle's leading that actually. And with the tower goal, the gold graph will be dipping. No, not really dipping a lot actually. It's actually in favor of MUFC despite the tower taken. So someone is not farming well indeed. Yeah, I think it's Prophet not farming as well. But Prophet will have his Midas. Yep, he has his Midas right now. He's gonna buy it up. His Midas hand recipe, hand of Midas recipe will be picked up here. Polozon actually wants to go in for the skill. Gets the RP. He's gonna airball it. Polozon, what are you doing?
Maybe that's why they gave him the merit.
Yeah, Winter. Oh boy.
I guess most of the farm, or rather the goal influx, is coming from DS with a reliable jungling hero like that.
So, Polozon gonna be blowing his first RP of the game on the ground there. As Dandy says it, he hates the ground, so he's gonna do that. That's the reasoning for that. Perhaps Polozon hates the ground as well. So now, this is a huge ass carnival. Gonna be farmed up by Miracle. Gonna go for the spin. They're gonna go for the spin. Not going for the spin. Is shot as well from Scripted. And it's going for the spin. This is going to be a huge amount of farm. This is a very clever way to farm it actually. The Fate Bolt going to be helping him a lot. Miracle is going to drop down very low HP rack. And Shock steals everything. So, going to be stealing a bit. And Yuan Yuan actually picks up an Invis rune in the middle lane. Polozon going to be in big trouble now. Nyx Assassin as well as Kotal coming in for the rotation. But he's at full health. So I don't
Polozon is no S4. He doesn't know that this is coming.
Well,
he's still hanging around. Look at him.
Very aggressive observer ward planted here. If he does go down into the river, he's dead. Right now, level 5 Nyx, Kotal not gonna be enough. And here to go with the stun, with the Mana Burn and the Kotal Blast. I guess it will be enough. He skewers away and he will get out. No, he will definitely not be getting out. This Sonic Wave will get him. Yuan Yuan draws first blood. Hannah actually wants to come in to help him, but he thinks better of it. Radiant structures will be fortified here, dropping down to about 1/3 of his health. Hannah does come in here with the Juggernaut, with everyone so far away. So this you could consider a tactical death. I guess it was something unexpected here from Polozon. He will be picked off, but they will be pushing down this tower Juggernaut with the base boost as well. The drums already going to provide enough of that movement speed and attack speed bonus. Another tower goes away. This time goes away of Nature's Prophet, of course, but 2 towers for Departure now. And yet the gold graph is either bugged or they're just not farming well enough. And you see the last season denies, although Juggernaut's up there at the top. It's 67, 65, and 51 for the 3 MUFC heroes. So Polozon rotates down middle, bottom lane. He does have his RP right now.
Dire's mid tower.
You'll be pushing the wave back with a little bit of a shock wave, but Horn Trash player is here. If he gets caught in Chrono, he's a dead man. Here comes, oh, there goes the Nyx, and here is going to be the Chrono. Polozon, you are so sad. Kotal Blast will end his life.
You were not the object of my quest.
Polozon is playing way out of his comfort zone right now. He's not, doesn't look very settled in with the way he plays
It's
his
possible
match.
because of the early game hate. Yeah, the early game hate on him. And Hannah will be backing off here. Nope, not going to be backing out. The Rubik teleport in does scare away the Quap. Yuan Yuan going to pick up a regen rune. Going to be very happy with that indeed. And Miracle, his farm is looking very good. If you look at the net worth, he's sitting at a comfy 5,000. But 4,000 and 4,000 as well on the Queen of Pain and the Void. But Nature's Prophet, 3,500 gold up on him. Just ahead of the Darks here thanks to his Midas. Which is surprising in my opinion.
In the middle.
And middle. RP goes off on the Quap. Quap gets out on a beast stick of HP. So, whoa, that was really close. I think it was the Strength Threats that saved him. So, Strength Threats going to keep the Quap alive there. Polozon, another RP, once again, not working out for him. And Kotal Blast going to fly over the top of his head. Going to be losing 225 health. Shockwave going to fly out. Going to be missing Ling. He's going to be toying with Magnus right here. And meanwhile, Nyx Assassin nearly hitting level 6 here. Horn Trash player with the creep wave down. He will hit Vendetta, and once Vendetta is up, he'll be looking for more ganks here. Winter hits level 6, and he'll be looking for more pickoffs now. 2-0 is the score here. Experience graph, of course, 5,000 in favor of MUFC. So MUFC just not finding the levels. The Shaman, level 6 already on him. And Prophet as well. Midas gonna be farming his creep wave, and here Shadow Strike go off on Polozon. Polozon's gonna be knocked down a little bit. Not gonna be too happy about the 2 deaths. The 2 deaths going the way of MUFC, both due to him. And the tower gonna be dropping down very low. Shockwave gonna be pushing that creep wave just a little bit. In this sense, it kind of reminds me, kind of feels that Polozon is playing a little bit like ROTK in the G1 League. I feel against LGD. Was it LGD? No, ROTK against Zenith, or was it Zenith? Yeah, it was ROTK's Magnus. It wasn't Ferrari's Magnus, right? Yeah, the game where Zenith went no picks.
Oh no, that was ROTK is from Burning. I mean from DK.
Oh, who was that guy that played it then?
YYF.
YYF. Yeah,
was
YYF. Yeah, YYF on the Magnus. Just not finding the openings here to get. I mean, YYF is a very talented player, as is Polozon. He did play well in the first game. Juggernaut's gonna be knocked down very hard here. Double damage rune, healing what's gonna be popping up. Goes for a counter attack, but nope. Yuan Yuan gonna be playing it safe. 2-0 is very nice for them, so they're not gonna do anything about that. 1-0 on this Queen of Pain. Double damage rune up on her as well. And of course, you don't want to be risking an Omni Slash to the face, followed by a Rubik Fate Ball. So. Level 6 up on him. I see Kotal calling someone in. Is that gonna be Nyx Assassin? Yeah, Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, they really need to start pushing up the tempo. I mean, if they're gonna be playing on the back foot the entire time, they're not gonna go anywhere. But they're gonna suffer the same fate as the last game as well.
Yep. And now Rubik. Oh, Rubik does have Chronosphere.
Yeah, but it's not gonna do anything against the Evi.
But it will do a lot against the other teammates.
True, but considering that your main damage dealer is a Yuli, so...
And Shockwave as well as the shock from Rasta will be taking out the entire creep wave here. So they're going to be doing their own version of stalling, and double sentry ward's going to stare down the Lich ward versus the standard ward. Juggernaut tries to go in there for the slice, not going to get that.
Hope they achieve something with this wraparound. Like, they really need something to start turning the tide though.
Yeah, so wraparound gang is going to be the name of the game here.
Yeah,
very successful. Oh, here comes is there going to be an RP on 2, catches the Queen of Pain as well, but he gets impaled up. Instant hex out on the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain go drop, and a very big Chronosphere from the Rubik will be tasting. But Yuan lift up, shockwave to the face, and this is a very good turnaround here for First Departure. Nix will take a shock to the face, and Nature's Prophet will take another kill here. This will be 3-2. Great rotation in from Hannah as well. You said the Chronosphere wasn't going to be big. This Chronosphere was big.
That's exactly what they needed at this point of time.
Serpent wards going to be taking out the mid tier 1 as well. Healing ward going to keep the creep wave alive, the Trians alive. So this tower is going to do nothing. Darkseer does rotate in with the Chronosphere, and here comes the real Chronosphere. But he doesn't get a lot here. He tries to hit Miracle, one of the most tanky, does have 10 armor. I mean, Mac Charge going to save his life into the instant spin. Here comes the TP in from the Magnus. And as this Void does go down, Darkseer goes down as well. A very horrible rotation in 2 heroes going up against 5. I know Hontrash player, he might be bad, but here goes Bottle. Bottle's gonna die. Double kill get from Miracle. Miracle's gonna dodge it. No, he's gonna get killed by the right click from the Queen of Pain. So, this is a big turnaround for First Departure in there. They did pick off 4 heroes, picked off another 2, the hard carry faces Void included. Not even having his Battle Fury and coming into the fight, that was a big mistake.
The decision to fall back, because Flowzone right now has his Blink Dagger up, so the next fight would turn out a lot better than what MUFC would expect.
So finally, Polozon and his Polozon clones gonna be dealing a lot of hurt here. Very good chain stunning here on the Queen of Pain. The skewer into the RP, into the nukes, into the instant hex up the Chronosphere as well as the lift, enough to pick off the Queen of Pain. They just managed to distribute all the damage very well, and that was a huge turnaround. I expect Twitch chat to be going all MUFC disband any moment now. But tower's dropping very low in the middle lane, but Shockwave will be pushing back the creep wave. Yuan still wants to be aggressive here, destroys the illusions with a scream. Kotal's gonna bring her back up to full tank. And Polozon wishes he has a Kotal friend, but he does have a Blink Dagger. Kotal Blast gonna be catching him at the edge there. He walks back into it. So a very quick dropping of the Arcane Boots going to give him more max mana, less max mana, so when he does bottle up, he will get a higher percentage back when he regens that Blink back. He's going to go return to the fountain to regen up his health as mana and refill his bottle as well. Hannah, Mac Charge as well as the Hand of Midas. That Mac Charge just saving the Juggernaut there in the middle lane, allowing him to go into that spin and just retaliate on the Faceless Void. So Faceless Void, I think picking off the wrong heroes that could have gone for a much easier kill like Rasta with the 3 armor, or perhaps that Rubik with the 2 armor would have been a lot better for them, I think.
I'm just waiting for one big team fight to break out where the FV actually comes in play. I want to see what kind of combo they can pull off with the QOP and Quarter Blast.
Yeah, tower's dropping very low. Is there going to be a deny? Yuan actually shouldn't have gone for that right click there. We've made it. Just drop this tower into deny range now. Scripted as well as Polozon. Going to be denying this tower already. 1 right click, 52, 36. Come on. Dude, are you tempting them? Yeah, I think he's baiting the Queen of Pain here. This is next level. Is this next level? No, there's going to leave the tower there. Someone going to TP to this. Yeah, Polozon's like, hey, kick the damn tower. They're still baiting someone, right? And a skew again to the opposite ground. Is he going to RP the ground again? Is he going to RP the ground again? Is he going to RP the ground again? The Observer spots him out, so he's not going to get anything. And a TP out to the bottom lane. And here comes the Wrath of Nature. Going to be stopping this push. Tower dropping very low. Going to be going down into deny range. By middle lane, deny it. Come on.
Lost Baby is just farming his ass off in the top lane. He's basically not been involved in anything in the last, what, 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's going for the hood as well as the pipe, so it's going to offset a lot of damage here. And Rubik goes down, but Ling going to be the collateral damage here. Not sure who got him off. Juggernaut, yeah, Juggernaut gets the pick off, and Yuan going to be chasing out this Juggernaut. He's dropping very low. The healing ward, he's going to keep him alive. An RP here from on Yuan. Yuan is out of mana. He's in big trouble. He has a regen root. He's going to be blinking out of there. But Faceless Void will get a double kill here. Does he use the Chronosphere? He does use the Chronosphere. So Shadow Shaman will be collateral heal. But Miracle dropping very low there. Healing ward just catching it. Going to be and an overextension there. Miracle trolls and Yuan. We'll get a free kill here. Polozon doesn't have a TP, doesn't have yeah, he's going to TP out. He doesn't have a He's going to be dropping a lot of damage up on him. He's he's going to be okay.
I didn't expect them to actually check and see that he had a regen rune, otherwise they would have just straight off backed off.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the middle tower wasn't denied, so huge mistake here from First Departure. Things look good for them, but now things are going back downhill. You see here, the experience graph, the gold graph actually 3,000 in favor of them, but now rising up, going back into MUFC's favor, 1.5k now, and experience grow as well, 2.5k experience lead for MUFC. Void picks up his Battle Fury, does have his threats, not exactly the fastest, but it's still a pretty quick Battle Fury threats here.
Something brewing up at top.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin with the gem as well as the arcane boots. Gonna go for the profit. And here comes the instant surge in with the Mask of Madness on trash player. Wow, nice sprout. Gonna be saving his life here. And the Impale only standing up the follows on there. And not follows on, that was a Rubik scripted. Damn you guys. Shaman gonna use the drum shot, trying to go for a hex here. Is he gonna get the hex? Is he gonna get that? Yes, gets the hex. That's a chicken buck right there. Hannah comes in with the spike. The spikes are gonna slow him down a little bit. And a featball secures this kill. Scripted. Good kill secure of you there. Gonna get that, and Shaman will become the gem there, the freshly tamed gem here from Winter. Winter gonna be really unhappy about that. They're gonna lose all their wards and map very shortly. Follows does have an Invis rune, so he could be getting into a good position here, especially with the gem currently lost. But Yuan, he's looking towards an Orchid. He wants to silence up that Juggernaut, wants to silence up the Rubik, the Magnus as well. So not gonna let them go into the spins, not gonna let them go into anything.
Right now, FD has the momentum going for them, but
yeah,
I'm not sure how they can capitalize on this because.
But Miracle picks up a Mental Style, so very good on him. He can actually split up. He can use the Mental Style for a few cases here. Queen of Pain does have the Orchid coming up for her. Oh yes, he does have it now. This Mental Style will be good at dispelling the silence and let him go into the split immediately. And as well, going to be cancelling up the mana leak, which will be a big factor in this coming times. But Miracle does run very fast with the Mental Style as well as the drums as well. And Hannah going to be farming up. What's he going to do? He's going to go for a Hex.
They really have to take down some towers before the FB actually gets his BKB online. Because like right now time is actually ticking because right now his Battle Fury is up already, so.
So now Follows on. Going to be hanging around in the jungle here. No, I think he's Invis rune. Was it Invis or Smoke? I'm not so sure, but the Co-op, they did look for him there. Yuan. Gonna be there on the bottom lane. And here comes Nyx Assassin. He is looking for Hannah, but Hannah will be backing off. Not going for the Shadow Blade, going for more of the utility Prophet. Going with the Mech as well as the Hex. Now going to catch Prophet here. Going to catch Queen of Pain here. Queen of Pain does blink away in time, and he might even go for an RP here. Follows on. Is silenced up. There will be a Sonic Wave and the double damage. So big mistake here from Follows on. Yuan will be getting the better out of that engagement.
I love your new piercing.
So Follows on will get a new piercing, and he will go down.
Dire's top towers.
Top tower's about to go down as well, since they don't have RP for this one.
Yep, Ogre Club already up on Hontrash player's stash. Going for that BKB. Koto's going to call in the QOP. And they're going to look for a fight. Hannah has to be very careful. Midas up creep. That has got to be the biggest cleave I've seen from there. And here we hear an Omni Slash go out here on the Darkseer. He's going to get silenced up. There's an instant Mental Style into the spin. Chronosphere up on the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is in big trouble. Gets picked off by Hontrash player. Hontrash player bashing away at the Shadow Shaman. Turns into the chicken. Gets thrown back by the Rubik. At a counter Chronosphere. Not affecting Void, of course. But it will be trapping the Queen of Pain as well as the Darkseer. So here comes Void. He's pissed. He has the Iron Shell. He's going to take out another support. And right now, Tang's departure looking really bad here. Let's change it back, and you see the kills that and assist. 4-1 on the quad, 4-1 on the Faceless Void. Folozon is just reviving, going to be going against this Queen Wave now, throwing out Shockwaves, trying to slow it down, gets the skewer, cancels the TP, so very ballsy play there, but will be bashed down by the Void. So Hontrash players like, you go, you try push me against the wall, and I'll try beat you up. And Magnus gonna be pushing this creep wave back, and gonna be dewarding a lot of wards sitting up on the high ground here. Observer gonna be denied instantly by the Shadow Shaman, but Hontrash player just hitting so hard here with the BKB coming up very soon, and that was a very big Chronosphere from him, picking off Miracle on the Juggernaut.
Yeah, a lot of decisions by Plozon this game had not turned out very well. They were actually detrimental, and I don't know what he was thinking, so maybe he's not playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and he's about to get caught out again. Chronosphere soft cooldown 30 seconds, and even without that, with the slow from the Faceless Void, it might actually get him But no, the only Koto here being the only support and scripted on that Rubik. Has his arcane boots working towards the staff of wizardry, the force staff as well. And Yuan Yuan already going towards his BKB Ogre Club in his inventory, going to add up to that strength as well as that bonus health. And Last Baby has a pipe ready for action, going to be denying all that magical damage coming their way from the shock, from the spin, as well as the RP. A bit of magic damage coming from the skewer as well as the shockwave. No, not a bit, but a lot of magical damage coming from all those spells. Darkseer, Illusion. Black King Bar up for Horn Trash player. Got to see the guy's GPM right now. He's at 524, and without a Midas, I might add, farming just really quickly. This guy just out farming Miracle in every way. 450 GPM on him. Belows on Blink Dagger, not doing too well for him. Going for the BKB, not so sure if this is the right choice so far. The only problem he has been facing has been the... Well, I guess silence is a big problem for him, so BKB is kind of good. And now Miracle going to be farming up this creep wave with the power of Empower.
I think what would really affect the team fights right now is if Miracle actually goes for Nagahim and be the initiator instead of letting Polozon do everything. Because right now, whenever Polozon is just too weak to actually sustain anything if he doesn't get the RP off.
Yeah, Serpent Wards are thrown out here to take down Roshan. It's a very sneaky thing, abusing the dire side advantage, of course. And now as well as the Juggernaut crits, Healing Ward and Empower from him. Polozon will be getting this Roshan. So 9-8 is the score, and for you guys just tuning in, you are watching best of 5 here between First Departure from Singapore, MUFC from Malaysia, of course, and they are going to be playing a best of 5 here for the 1000 USD up for grabs in this GEST Grand Final, hosted by Dota Talk, Gigabyte, as well as Western Digital. Big shout out to them for sponsoring esports. I'm your host, Lysander Zenora, and I'm joined by my co-caster Dave.
Hi, I think Yuan Yuan went to pee. What's he doing in that corner?
Who?
Yuan Yuan.
Oh, well, he's just probably looking for a pick off here. He does have the silence, and he just wants to get a snipe off. If there is Magnus, he'll get him. But now it's Jug, and he won't try.
Oh, there's a smoke gang coming down bottom.
Yeah, and Magnus, as well as Rubik, as well as the Shaman. Polozon times 3, so Polozon will be going down here, and we'll be getting... He's looking for Yuan Yuan actually, but Yuan Yuan just hiding in the trees, just gonna be the silent killer right now. Haste here for the Darkseer. So the Smoke Gang not gonna find anyone, but they do spot out the Koto Blast, so they might actually find it. Juggernaut does come in the farm, baiting out the Yuan Yuan, and Rubik as well as Magnus gonna be revealing the smoke here. So they might send someone in here. The smoke was broken. They're not gonna look. Come on, why not? They do actually check here, and this is not exactly the place you want to check.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
So meanwhile, the creeps do push towards the tier 2 in the middle lane, and actually First Departure actually find themselves at a tie in terms of towers here. Departure taking 4 towers, and in MUFC taking 4 towers for themselves. And go back to last hits, 239 on Horn Trash player. This guy absolutely not trash whatsoever. He may be Horn Trash, but he's definitely not Dota trash. And right now Polozon, no, not Polozon. This is Polozon, and Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman, who is Heaven. Heaven will be farming up an urn, a late game urn, no problem. Juggernaut will be farming up this creep wave. Miracle doing what he does best, 3,600 gold on him. Gonna see what he looks to pick up. Is it gonna be a basher, or is it gonna be something more survivable like a butterfly? Maybe took up the evasion talisman. Gonna chase down this Darkseer illusion. Not gonna care now. Gonna go back to farming. Goes on. Gonna be charging down the middle lane here, and Last Baby. He does have a pipe, he's going towards the Hex. Ultimate Op already up on him, and Juggernaut gonna be banging down this siege creep.
FD seems to be settling back into their old habit again, like
yeah, just farming.
really defensive.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not gonna net that many prizes for this one. I mean, they really have to force an engagement soon before FV becomes overpowered. Because if you're gonna go farm to farm, Jug can't really hold a candle up to FB.
Yeah, although I have seen Yamate actually farming very hard on that Juggernaut. He did hit very hard there, beating a more favored carry. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Lifestealer. He did beat Lifestealer in terms of carrying. But of course, Faceless Void does beat everyone one-on-one in farm. But here he gets shackled up, and Contrast player, he's going to be going down. Is he going to go down? Yes, a skewer to ensure that kill secured by Pelozon. Times 3 and Hannah.
Look at all that bad tracks.
Yeah, he's very lucky on those.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
So Faceless Void will go down. 60 seconds on the sidelines for you. Rubik still working towards that 4-star, but 4 heroes was required to bring him down. This does buy a bit of space for Miracle, but Miracle, he's always... The problem with him is he's always picking a carry that can't look to outfarm the opposing carry. So, and yet he goes for the outfarming thinking, putting a lot of faith in his farming skills. But here, I'm not hating his farming skills, but it's just the hero's limitation. Faceless Void will outcarry a Juggernaut, especially due to the nature of the Chronosphere, making you unable to hit back. And when you can't hit back, usually you lose, unless your name is Centaur Warchief, and even then, you do lose. So, Pelozon gonna be throwing out shockwaves. Gonna be slowing down the creep, but right now, first departure again, sitting back on their laurels. They do have the Aegis, but it's not gonna be working out for them. Aegis, we're gonna see how much time there is left on that. 2 minutes left on that Aegis. If they don't do anything now, they might actually lose the Aegis mid-fight, and that could be disastrous for them.
Yeah, we're looking at about a minute and a half.
Next Assassin, still haven't looked at anything yet. Hontrash player comes back to the land of the living. BKB up on him, MOM as well, 3,200 gold on this guy. He's just back to farming. Not even want to waste a buyback. Yuan, BKB, 3k gold, Orchid Malevolence. I fear that this game will be bad for them. There'll be a lot of sheep sticks coming. Darkseer will have one. Koto even might have one very soon if he continues farming. He does go for the Ghost Scepter, of course, to avoid jump Omni Slashes. Yuan will have a Hex as well if she does continue up the farming.
Right now, Miracle is kind of in a dilemma whether he should go for the MKB first or at least a Butterfly. Because right now, he's like torn between either killing the FP or actually being hard to kill enough to take out the other players.
Well, Juggernaut is actually quite good with the, what do you call it, the Butterfly, because the faster he hits, the more he can proc the crits. Because his crits is one of the, is the highest critical chance in the entire game, if I'm not wrong. Naga's used to be the highest, but his is now the highest, with Naga's being removed. So Blade Dance, it does do double damage for 35% of the time, and if he does get a high attack speed, he does have like a double damage, permanent double damage for himself, quite a long period of time. Pelozon having Spidey senses, gonna be dodging that gank right there, gonna be saving his life. Quap already looking for the kill. Observer was spotting him out. Next Assassin under the cover of a Vendetta as well as the smoke, gonna be hiding there. Pelozon gonna lead the charge once again. He's so close on player, and here he comes. Here's Chrono on 3 as well. Pelozon times 3, all caught by the impale. Yuan gonna destroy every one of them. Rubik, Shadow Shaman as well as Magnus gonna go down. This might force out a buyback. Scripted does buyback immediately. Rubik doesn't really need his money anyway, he thinks. So he's just gonna buy out, but Pelozon gonna hold on that buyback, probably gonna give up the tier 2 tower and just save up for his BKB, which is coming very soon. If he does buy out, he will be wasting a lot of money here. 800 gold going down the drain. This tower probably not gonna be defended anyway. But that was a very big Chronosphere.
That was an absolutely unnecessary buyback by Rubik.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything going for him at all.
I think the instinct was, there's going to be a fight, so I have to buy out and go back in the fight. But first departure, deciding to take the defensive stance. As defensive stance as always, will find himself at a little bit of a disadvantage. Well, not a little bit, but a huge disadvantage. You see the last hit. You're going to see the hero levels as well. Well, the hero levels are pretty decent. Look at. Well, I guess you could look at net worth. Net worth will be a pretty decent one to look at now. Experience graph. 12,000. Things don't look good for departure, man.
Yeah, right now the Aegis has already expired, so they basically really have to sit back for another 5 minutes just to wait for something that can at least take that advantage again.
Yeah, and this time MUFC might actually not let them get the Roshan.
Yeah, exactly. They have what it takes to contest, and as long as FV can get at least 2 heroes in, those 2 heroes are definitely dead. In 1 LT, I mean.
Yep. Now, Faceless Void has gotten really huge. He has got the Eagle Song, hits really hard now. Faceless Void is another one that thrives on that attack speed, the bash, dealing double damage within the Chronosphere, and that means 140 bonus magical per stun, and it does stun you, of course. So inside the Chronosphere, you do a lot of damage. It's gonna be calling in the Queen of Pain here, Kotal. Ling. Gonna be spotted by this Observer Ward, of course, and Kotal will be dewarding, just casually dewarding Vendetta. Winter gonna be looking out for some free last hits here on her hero.
That's the problem with playing a single core hero, single core lineup, because once FV has his ulti up, the Juggernaut couldn't even touch him. So basically, FV is just free to kill whatever he has inside there.
Yeah, another thing is that the Juggernaut spin is cancelled by the Chronosphere, so...
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not exactly sure how FD can fight this anymore, the longer it takes.
Yeah, it's not the same as the Lifestealer's Rage, where you stay invincible inside, say immune to magic inside the Chronosphere. You get brought out of this thing, you stop spinning. The same way Doom affects you, and yeah, you just get effed up.
So basically, the stage for FD to actually shine has already passed. Right now, Polozon didn't really make use of that RP presence that he has. So FV is the hero to watch right now.
Yeah, and as you watch more and more games, it's like it seems to me like some teams just don't really work well with Magnus. Despite getting Magnus all the time, they still don't exactly work. I wouldn't say the players playing Magnus are horrible, but they just don't have the luck, or we call it luck or positioning or whatever. They just don't have the play style for Magnus. First Departure is one of them, and I feel that Na'Vi in the recent times are also one of them as well.
No, because right now Dandy can make much more impact on other heroes than just Magnus, and they prefer, if they ever get a Magnus, they're gonna throw it down to Funnick. And I don't know, Funnick just doesn't have the same way as he doesn't perform the same way as he does with the Mag than other heroes.
Funnick does play the off lane, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does play the off lane now for Na'Vi. But Dandy will always take that solo mid. He's always the crowd favorite. But somehow his Magnus just doesn't seem to work out for his team. Same as Polozon. It could be luck. It could be this playstyle. I don't know. Na'Vi did change a bit of playstyle after Kuroki and Funnick joined them. But hey.
Because when you have a player as high a profile as Dandy, and you give him a Magnus, they will definitely want to shut him down no matter what. Because that's where the play comes in from.
And now we're gonna see Roshan taken here by MUFC. This is what I meant. They will not be getting this Roshan.
Look at how fast it's dying.
Yep, Roshan getting locked in time here. Will be bashed down. And Hontrash there will be taking this, no problem, selling up his town bottle scroll, and then just picking it up at the back of the butterfly. And you did mention that this series would end in a 3-1.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
What series?
This series is the best of 5. You say First Departure will be looking to take 3-1. No, not take this 3-1.
No,
I mean, that's like
MUFC.
MUFC will take this 3-1. Quap takes a free kill here. Yeah, Miracle goes down to the Quap solo.
Bottom tower's been
Yeah, but like you said, you go down 3-1. Well, at this stage, the way First Departure are playing, not changing their play styles, and just letting MUFC walk all over them. They're just still playing very defensive. Juggernaut is a mid-game carry at best, and he does not flourish very well in the late game, especially against a farmed up Void. Hontrash player, look at him, he's really, really farmed up right now. And here comes Nick's Assassin, there's a Hex on Polozon. There will be no RP if there is a Chronosphere. BKB goes out and he's dead before he can even cast the RP. He's going to buy out of that. And Polozon, no, not Polozon, Scripted, going to be time walking out there. Hontrash player will be taking a little bit of damage from the towers, but no fear. Force out a buy it back from Polozon. Creep Wave going to be applying pressure to the top lane, but meanwhile, but this time, First Departure, Miracle doesn't have the split push hero he likes. He doesn't have the anti-mage, he doesn't have his Lifestealer, he doesn't have his Lone Druid. So he can't do the split pushing. He can't do, he doesn't have the Kotal, he can't do any of that split pushing. So already out of his comfort zone, he doesn't have his Kotal. He doesn't have all the key heroes. Winter just banning out the right things against First Departure. First Departure need to be switching out the lineup. You see DK, they play the 4 Protect 1 style. That gets them into a lot of trouble. The 4 Protect 1 style, it is good. Burning can farm really well. Miracle's also a very talented farmer, but unfortunately this defensive style of play can be countered very easily, especially if your opponents do know about your playstyle. And now you see the backdoor regen trying to be worked on by Hontrash player. Not going to be successful. Cotterblast is going to destroy this entire creep wave. And they are actually TPing back. No, one hero is going to TP back, defend up the creep wave. So Winter going to be back. Hannah actually going to be going for the melee rise here and get stunned up. Is there going to be a Shadow Blade? There's going to be a Shadow Blade. Is there a gem? Hannah going to be very careful here. And goes TP out. Man faces Void, gets another free kill here. BKB up on him. RP, nope. Going to be cancelled here. Polozon just holding a skewer will land on him, and this will be the end of Hontrash player. Hontrash player will be Omni slashed up. Will he be Omni slashed up? No, he's a chicken. Age is forced to pop, so this is what they wanted for. There is Shackle on Shaman. There is a Shackle on Shaman. Shackle on Shaman. Nice ward trap. And
here comes the cavalry.
Omni slash goes into the creep wave. So very unfortunate that Void is going to come back in with a vengeance. You do not turn me into a chicken without paying for it. And here comes Miracle. There's going to be a skewer. There's going to be a sprout. And boy, we'll be trapped inside. The nice Sonic Wave going to land on 2. There's going to be another crit. Is there going to be another crit from Miracle? Rapidation not enough to take him down. Time Walk going to bring him to safety. That was a very unfortunate Omni Slash there. Blows on out of mana. Ghost Scepter going to stun him up. And here comes the spin. Winter going to be chased down by the Juggernaut. The speedy Juggernaut blocked up by his own creep wave. Impel going to go out. Winter going to buy himself some time, but he's out of mana. This guy's dead. He's going to just hobble himself there. Arcane Boots. Oh, what an escape here from Winter. Big escape there. Miracle not getting anything. MKB up on him, but still not going to get anything. Polozon blinks on top of that. Out of mana, doesn't have enough. And here comes the Hex. And this is an overextension from Miracle. This will be a GG, a counter Hex. Nice split up here. On-track player goes down. What a turnaround. Max charge from Hannah, saving the carry's life. And skill just missing on the Quap here. Yuan will be backing out of there. So a very fight of very close. Well, fight of inches there actually, and a nice vacuum. Good to take him out off the Sprout here. Last baby will be backing up. Hannah, he does not have his Hex, but you can't outrun a Surge. But here's a stolen Surge here from Rubik. Rubik wants to go for a takeoff, but not gonna try it. 500 HP on that guy. He didn't try anything, man. Polozon, I hate calling him Polozon. I keep calling him Polozon. Heaven will be shocking down the wave now. It's time to push. Effie is on the sidelines, but you have to be careful. He has Chronosphere. He has buyout. If they do get initiated upon with the Quap, he can buy out, come in with a very big Chronosphere, especially with all the heroes down. RP on cooldown for the next few seconds. If I were first departure right now, I would be backing off.
FD actually really threw a lot into that fight.
And they did. They come out ahead actually. And
they came out ahead only because they... Actually, I wouldn't really say that they are ahead because MUFC still have the upper hand. They can't even take down the tier 3 tower right now. So,
well,
actually, Evie got really lucky when he had the Aegis and the team actually came in just in time.
Yeah, the Omni Slash went into the creep wave. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Will be kicking himself for that one. They had the shackle timed perfectly, the perfect ward trap, and the Omni Slash goes into the creep. I think the bot might have lost its life there.
And the Nyx actually got away from that one. That was another big laugh. From
big juke from a big juke for Winter. Yep, getting the arcane boots just in time there. Winter, just such a talented player as well as a very informative caster.
I really feel quite sorry for Miracle right now. Like, despite him trying to play as well as he can, he really could not find the luck to actually make the good plays that he needs to take this game.
Yeah, but the MKB on Juggernaut, nothing to sneeze at. It does hit very fast and very hard. So,
yeah, that's true.
And with the crits on top of that.
But the thing is, it's very hard to catch the FV alone. Like, as long as it's with like 2 or 3 people, they're not going to take him down, you know, unless they have like, unless they catch him alone, that is.
Yep. So now they're going to be sitting on the high ground here. Polozon times 3. Going to be manning the battlements for the departure base. And meanwhile, Miracle just going to be baiting. This guy gonna be TPing out here, so it's gonna be baiting with that. I would actually like to see a Miracle Naga Siren coming out in the next game. He does play that hero very well.
You know, these games have been... I know, because it's the finals, everybody is like just trying to play as cautious as they can and not try to be too creative with their picks. But I would really like to see something really different come out.
The chance for creativity actually was there in the first game. You could go for a cheese threat in game 1. There is a best of 5. You have so much opportunity for mistakes. You have room for you have room for mistakes. You can go for a cheese. You can go for it in game 1. Offset your opponent. Make them wonder, is Departure really got a new strategy coming up? But no, Departure just sticks to the same old same old. It might win the lesser teams, but with such an experienced team such as Winter's army, not gonna be easy for them.
Yeah, exactly. I would say I'm pro, but I've been watching FD's games since FD2L, and the way they play against Zenith is exactly the same way they play now. And if it's not working, then why would you keep on doing the same thing?
Yeah, Departure just shows a bit too much respect for those what they deem as better teams than them, and they just stay back, just farm. They didn't have the Aegis, they sat around and did nothing for it. Now Hannah's trying to do what he does best, trying to get some last hits in, go for the split push. But right now, MUFC just gonna be popping the MOM here, going to be hitting down this tower very soon. So not even gonna wait for the creep wave, just gonna be bang away at the backdoor regen, and this tower doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, exactly. If they lose this game as well, which is actually quite certain, I wouldn't call it certain. I'm sorry, I wouldn't write FD off just like that. But the way things are looking, it doesn't look too, right for them. But if they actually lose this game, I hope they try something new, like maybe the new Brood Mother X meta game. Oh, that would be cool.
Brood Mother X.
No, I mean the X or the Brood Mother meta game.
Okay.
Yeah, Brood Mother is the in thing in the last few days.
Well, I've been checking out chat here. This is the time where my stream starts to drop in this point of game where it just get a little bit dry and it just starts dropping. And earlier on, I didn't get anyone telling me, no admins told me, and I was just casting to myself for a full 3 minutes. So, don't want that to happen there. And Shadow Shaman, gonna be hitting level 12 very soon, warding up a little bit. Gonna be keeping tabs on MUFC's movements. But Polozon, this guy has just not been finding the openings. He has been the target of every single hate movement here from MUFC. They just blink in, hex him, chrono him down, and just beat him up. No RP for you, they say. Hannah. MKB up on him, so Hannah actually does hit quite hard here. He's been doing a good job as a Nature's Prophet, go into the jungle, doing his job as a split pusher, and a lot of respect to Hannah. He does throw the Wrath of Nature, gonna slow down this creep wave push, gonna wipe out this no vision. But he does give momentum to the bottom lane as well as the top lane, and once he sees all the MUFC heroes on the board, they will be TPing onto the top lane here against to try and go for some split push, but they might have to defend the base very soon. Contrast player pops the MOM, does backtrack that shockwave there, a lucky guy shock, and here comes, Nixes and Blinks and gets a double impale, and here comes the BKB Yuan Yuan. Vacuum in onto the two support heroes. Rubik trying to run for his life, 4 stabs away, and Glyph falls to pop, 1 click, and he dies. And there'll be 2 kills, Shaman as well as the Rubik going down. Hontrash player will just be farming up these wards. Meanwhile, Prophet tries to go for the Rex. He does not get it in time. He might actually want to go suicide for this Rex. He will not. He'll get hexed up. There is a gem on the Darkseer. Goodbye, Prophet. Prophet should just stay there. Yes, he will stay there. He will go counter hex on the Darkseer. Is there going to be a Rex? There's going to be a counter Rex. Good job from Hannah. And this middle Rex does not go down just yet. And Juggernaut actually going for another Rex. A big play here from First Departure. It's going to be a 2 Rex trade here for MUFC. MUFC go for the Chronosphere, go to Hannah. Hannah just bought out for this. This is going to be really huge for them. Hex on Polozon. Polozon might go down as well. No time for the Ghost Scepter. Is there going to be silence? Yes, Gem goes down. Hontrash player picks off 2 of the core heroes here. They lose 2 sets of Rex, but that was horrendous for MUFC. No, for Departure, they lose a lot of core heroes, and Void might be looking to take this tower for himself. Hontrash player will not be able to die, and here comes the Hex on Hontrash player. Ghost Scepter up on Yuan Yuan. Yuan Yuan might actually go down here. No, Ghost Scepter gonna save his life and pick off here on Hontrash player. Hontrash player just backtracking everything. Shackle goes out. A lot of crits coming his way. Omni Slash going to be shared among the Nyx Assassin as well as Hontrash player. Hontrash player gonna be slowed down. Is there gonna be a pick off here? Rubik not even feeling any fear, just gonna be charging in, but a heart on the faceless Void. So only losing 1 set of Rex, but taking 2 sets for themselves. First Departure, the sneaky play as always, going for the Rexes, not the heroes. Big fight for them, man. Although the Go-Graph doesn't say that, but Polozon times 3, they do persevere. They get beaten down by the Void. They come back. They try to stall up the game.
Double damage.
And I think my co-caster just dropped out of the game, so I would just be solo casting on my own here for the rest of the game. Miracle doing an excellent job. Even I didn't see him just sneak back there. That sneaky bastard just going all the way in. And Hannah, he and his partner in crime of split pushing, just gonna be taking out Rexes. If they do one more stun like that, they could actually get themselves mega creeps. And if they do push off, they might actually tie this series to a 1-1. And Roshan gonna go down with the cheese, and Yuan Yuan with the Hontrash player with the double damage rune will get that Roshan. Aegis not even going to them, so Queen of Pain will pick up the Aegis, and who's gonna get the cheese? Of course, Darkseer will be having that gem on him. So Hannah won't be looking for any more sneaky plays. Once again, First Departure looking to push out the waves over here, and Hontrash player gonna slow down the street wave at the bottom. So now that I'm solo casting, I can't really keep tabs on the Twitch chat as much. There will be some times when I have to blank screen you guys. But anyway, first MUFC going for the smoke gang. Is this going to be the hit? for them. Search out on the next assassin, but entire first departure side, they are actually going down the top lane here. Here comes Juggernaut. They might force a TP reaction here. Are they going to go for the throne? Are they going for it? No, they are going for mega creeps.
The dire best.
No, they are going for throne. So here comes Miracle, going to bang away the tier 4 towers. There is no glyph. Are they going to be able to do it? There's an instant TP reaction. Last baby going to be coming back here. Is he going to get the hex here on Miracle? Miracle, Yuan hexes the wrong hero, and he gets picked up here by the Rubik. And it's going to be a hex on Hannah. Hannah, the Prophet, the Wall Replica, going to be catching only the Juggernaut here. But here comes Faceless Void, and he is pissed. First departure might have just thrown this game away with this over-aggressive die. Chronosphere going to stop his TP, and he will be beaten down. Miracle does not have buyout. No, he does have buyout. They lose 3 heroes. Polozon gets out of there alive. No, does he get out of there alive? Yeah, Polozon gets out of there alive on a B-stick of health. Miracle going to buy himself out. Polozon, 2 little friends, Shadow Shaman as well as Rubik will be picked up here. So we'll be in the fountain for about 25 seconds. So not long enough for the next fight. But Chronosphere is spent. But Chronosphere, one of the strongest thing about the ultimate is that it does come off cooldown really quickly. Same time as the RP. So it can be used as the counter RP of sorts. Last baby going to be vacuuming up. Hasn't even spent the cheese. None of that ages. None of the ages. And oh no, a hex here on Hannah. Hannah will be in trouble. And right now,
Ecstasy of agony.
wait, there's gonna be a hangout here, and I'm gonna bring Dave back into the game here. So I was a little bit busy there. I was considering not bringing back because might actually miss a few action
Yeah.
scenes. Yep. Anyway, hi Dave, welcome back to the broadcast.
Sorry, my dog ate the router.
Oh, okay. So anyway, double racks here for first departure. I'm not sure if you heard, were watching through that one, but mid lane gonna be the only set of racks standing for MUFC departure. If they do get a surprise pick off here, but they did pick off the Nature's Prophet, and Nature's Prophet doesn't have a Necro Book. So Necro Book is actually something that helps you push down towers very quickly. It does eat through the towers extremely fast with your Treants, and with the MKB at the back of it, he can actually hit very hard. But nope, not gonna get that. Actually got picked off. Yuan does go for the hex on him, and he just gets beaten down by the Void. But Void nearly gonna get 6 slots on him already. Might sell the MOM for something else like a Mjolnir. I think a Mjolnir is good on him. And after he gets that, I'm not sure what First Departure can do with this upcoming push. Nature's Prophet on the sidelines without a buyout. He does have buyout in 1 minute, and he will have to go for it. So he can either choose to come out after 80 seconds or come out after minutes, but it's still 60 seconds at most on the sidelines. That's not going to do him any favors. RP's cooldown for 40 seconds anyway.
I'm actually reading on Twitch that besides the fact that they think I suck, they said that I'm pretty noisy. Is it on Twitch that I'm noisy, or is it on TV that I'm noisy?
To me, you're not really that loud, so I'm not so sure. If he's very, if his volume is too loud, I can actually drop it. I'm gonna lower his the co-caster volume right now.
Alright, thanks.
So Polozon, as I see from the Twitch chat, did ulti nothing.
So what I gather from the missing Rexes is that they did a split push, right?
Yeah, they did a split push. Juggernaut slipped in the bottom lane. Nature's Prophet just bided his time in the jungle and just came out here.
Oh, nice. The usual miracle trick.
Yep, the usual miracle trick, which is why I want to see him play a Naga Siren. He is very good at that, but I'm no doubt that Winter does have a counter for that. Winter, very flexible with his drafts, being able to run so many kind of carries, and Faceless Void, one of my favorite carries as well. Just so good, but not picked up as often as I hoped he would be. Silencer, of course. Some of my favorite heroes would be Silencer as well as Faceless Void. Not picked as often as I hope. I do like seeing an occasional, well, not occasional, once in a blue moon kind of Zeus pick as well. I love Zeus with a passion, and he should be picked more often, I feel. Like you said, it is saw in the first game. Well, I feel that the reason why Zeus should be picked is that there are a lot of heroes. There are a lot of times, there are a lot of times where their engagement is leaving so many heroes on low HP, and Zeus is actually a good pickup.
Yeah, actually looking at the state of the minimap right now, it reminds me of the last game that FD actually won. Remember the one with the AM? It looks exactly the same, right?
Where they bought 6 BKBs or 5 BKBs.
No, the one where he actually split pushed the bottom and the top, and they had the middle racks missing.
Against Jonet.
Yeah, against Jonet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I recall that game, but I've been casting so many, I can't remember.
It was the last game of last night, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did go for the Miracle Anti-Mage after the Shadow Fiend. Well, anyway, to all you guys that's tuning in, it's Departure versus MUFC here in the GEST Grand Final Best of 5, and this is only Game 2 if you believe it. We are way behind schedule here. It's already 10 PM here in Singapore, and Departure not looking good in this second game, although they are 2 Rexes up due to sneaky plays from Prophet as well as Juggernaut. They are looking at a very powerful push coming their way. Void has chrono in 50 seconds. Nyx Assassin, always a danger. Quap as well as the Ducks here. Ducks here doesn't have wall. Well, no ultimates are up, but this push looks very deadly for them. With Nature's Prophet on the sidelines, they have a lot of right click, a lot less right click power, 1 less hex, and 1 less mechanism. So, gonna see how well they can take this fight.
An interesting fact is that if you check the last hit, look at the numbers there. Wow.
Yeah, Void.
There's a lot for. There's a lot of creep kills for 50 minutes. I mean, look at Nature's Prophet, Juggernaut, Darkseer, and even QP. QP has 300.
300, yep. Quap has a lot of farm. Yuan Yuan does farm a lot on this Queen of Pain. He does go for the kind of semi-carry role. So now I'm just reading the Twitch chat a little bit.
Alliance won 2 games already. Wow. Expected, actually. Fnatic. They're a bit old-fashioned.
They were really strong at one point.
Yeah, they were. But Alliance has been dominating so much that Na'Vi is pretty much off the pedestal right now.
Yeah.
I am definitely not a Na'Vi fanboy, but I think they really need to push it up to get an invite back into TI3. They will definitely get an invite, but to see how they would do against the rest of the Chinese is another story.
Yeah, and not so sure. Yep, and still more pausing coming up. So a lot of people calling for Malini, and Malini, of course, was the guy that inspired me to play Zeus. I started out playing Zeus in pubs in Dota 1 when I read his guide, just casually came across his guide, and now I've been playing Zeus a lot, and it's one of my most played heroes in Dota. Very fun hero.
Well, I'll take this chance to say, well, Melody, you wanted a shout, right? Here's one for you.
Alright, Winter rejoins the game, and we'll be starting very shortly, I assume. Hopefully he doesn't get into any more trouble. 007 James Bond Winter.
Oh, thanks, Gods. Gods just basically sent everyone from BTS 1 to BTS 2.
Alright, big shout out to Gods from the BTS Stream 1.
And yes, both of us are from Singapore, me and Lysander. And hence that is why, well, there's this awkward accent. It's not actually an accent, we're just speaking normally.
And a big 3,000 viewers out there in this game between First Departure and MUFC. MUFC looking strong, but 2 Rexes down. And whoa, Last Baby calling out Miracle there. You ready, Miracle? And ready he is indeed. But Omni Slash, 40 seconds left on that. Miracle not even responding, giving him the silent treatment there. So Last Baby gonna feel a little bit sad about that. And here he comes, calling in the Nyx Assassin. We're gonna go. It's go time. 25 seconds left on the Chronosphere. I think they might wait for this. Nope, they're gonna go bash down this tower. Tower's gonna shatter into a million pieces. Trash player just gonna jump forward, forces out the blink from Lozon. Lozon won't have blink for now. A couple of seconds, and the mid-rex not even gonna be brought down. Glyph not forced to pop. Nope. Bye-bye, Rubik. No,
they're not gonna contest this. They're just gonna go straight for tier 4 at the bottom.
And Juggernaut, wow, again with the cheeky plays, VOTs on Miracle. Miracle just going with the double, and he calls back the Faceless Void as well. This does remove the team away from them, yeah. And Miracle forever going with the split push. Every day, every time, this guy. If he does take this game, I'm going to be really surprised. But it does show the split push. Clever split pushing can actually get rid of superior tactics. But they do lose another set of Rex, so the Rexes are going to be even across the board. That Rex was not contested at all. In fact, there was a Rubik tribute as well. So
this is actually like, this was definitely not planned right at the start, because if he was actually going for this desperate split push, he wouldn't even be playing a jug at this point in time.
Yeah, he was supposed to go for an early aggression kind of thing. Do not pick junk if you're going for the late game. It's 51 minutes in. Miracle, what are you doing? Going for the Shadow Blade even. There is a gem on Darkseer. What are you thinking?
Regeneration.
The refresher on Darkseer. That was going to be 2 walls. I'm not sure if it does stack, and there going to be a lot of vacuums, a lot of walls coming out. But Darkseer at this point probably going for the troll build. He has so much money, this guy.
Right now, everyone's chasing them, but incoming top tower.
Incoming Mega Creeps is the game name of the game, and here comes Miracle. He is pissed and he wants the creeps. He will be destroyed.
Polozon will be dead in 3 seconds.
Polozon
1,
is
2, 3. There you go.
Yuan picks his last kill, but this will be Mega Creeps for first departure. They force the glyph out, not even focusing on it, and Shadow Shaman goes down. I'm not sure Miracle can actually take this down. Hannah gonna come in. There's gonna be a base race here. There is no TP. They are coming back here. They might get a kill. There is glyph on the Radiant side. Are they gonna go for it? There's gonna be TPs coming in. There's gonna be the healing one. Here comes the Chronos Fit. No, Miracle dodges it. He still gets time to hit the tower. This guy. Hannah goes down, and he will be TPing out. Will he get out the bash? Will he get a bash? No, he won't get the bash. He gets the tier 4s. But right now, they do save the tier 3 tower. This is a very exciting game. Even if they do go down, it will be balls of steel, Mr. Miracle. You are brave, kind sir. Shadow Blade up on him. He's going there for round 2. He's going there for round 2. And here comes with the profit buyback. It does say something. They want to go. Sell that bloody Mac, man. Sell that Shadow Blade. Sell the bloody Mac. Get a Necro Bow. Get a Mental Style. Get something. Get a Mask of Madness. Right now, it's just a Throne and GG. But there is a glyph. So right now, I don't think the Juggernaut can actually pull this off.
This is the new meta game where you have 2 sets of boots. One for teleporting to the creeps to back door. The other one's to get the hell out of there. Look at Miracle.
Miracle, yeah. Forever doing this kind of face boots and boots of travel. This guy.
It's just funny when you see him running like that, back and forth. He is really so busy.
Alright, we're gonna see the big plays. Gonna go for the big, and you already see that the Faceless Void already gonna be standing guard here. Miracle might not want to throw his life away, and that's the Sentry Ward. He might just walk right over it. And they already know Winter, he knows his buddy here, Miracle, likes to do this kind of shenanigans, but he will not be giving into this. Void gonna personally guard the gates of the Radiant base. Sentry was just peppering the entire base. They're gonna spot him coming from a mile away, and with the glyph, they will definitely have the response time. But a big play would be. I would like to see a big play if Hontrash player actually makes it to the enemy base. He gets stunned by one of the supports. It would be an MVP kind of thing. It would be a game turning point. First departure, really making MUFC second game very difficult, and making my life very difficult. This is a best of 5, and departure not gonna go down without fight.
Look at the cute little Juggernaut scuttling around the map.
Juggernaut, just what are you doing, man?
Guerrilla tactic.
He does have a Helm of Dom, so you know what this means?
What? Tell me.
Helm of Dom means you dominate a creep, and you smoke it behind enemy lines, or use it as a TP pot. So you put like your sensor over here, or over here.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you can run
right.
straight into the base from your side. You don't have to wait for the creep wave, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. I expect him to actually get a creep right now, and a BOT gonna bring this Darkseer back into the lane. And here we go.
Look at him trying to ninja across the map. That's just funny. Like this is not Assassin's Creed, babe.
Yeah, he's gonna dominate the creep right now. Yeah, dominate one creep. Yeah, he's gonna dominate one. Dominate one, man. Come on. Don't make me look stupid. Nope.
Well, that's a valid tactic. I remember seeing something like that on Dota Cinema, where they actually had one creep walk all the way in, and they just teleport in.
But I guess Prophet can be supply the trends for this secret tactic. They could teleport in here. I think this will work. Or he can teleport in here, summon the trends, and that will be some ninja game, man.
Yeah,
teleport in here, over here, and summon trends. I want to see that. Come on.
You can actually teleport the Trian, right?
Yeah.
It counts, yeah.
Yeah, you can count. You can teleport the Trians and Polozon. I mean, scripted. Going to be. Okay, but come on, man. Hannah, do it.
They're actually just waiting for Polozon to walk in. I mean, Miracle to walk in. Then after that, they'll actually Rex. But right now, they're just waiting on each other.
Yep. They're just waiting for someone to make the move. That's gonna be looking. Alright, here we go. Contrast player had enough. He's going in. He's going to be turned into a chicken here. Nice wall trap and the vacuum into the wall. Instant lift up here. And RP going to airball it once again. Polozon airballing the reverse polarity. This might be the game here. Contrast player, wicked 6 streak on him. And he will be taking the last set of racks. But are we going to see the Hannah? He's going to come here. Summon the trans, man. Summon the let Juggernaut in here. Where's Miracle? Where is Miracle? Miracle, no Hannah.
Top rags.
Where is Miracle?
Looks like Radiant's Ancient is getting stomped.
The backdoor regen is just too high.
Where is Miracle? Why does Miracle come back into this? Miracle does come back here. A bit of a mistake here. He should have gone straight for there. No, but here comes on-track player. Is there a crit? No, the creep does die. Big Assassin buys out. Last Baby has to be very careful. Exposed set of third racks. And Last Baby has to be backing off here. But she's still not eaten. Roshan gonna be up in about a few seconds. Juggernaut calling out for the tactical pause here. 56 minutes in. Gonna be no, Hannah's gonna be disconnecting out. So this is a good time for me to check the chat.
Yeah, basically they have all the counters they need for that Miracle strat. Like what they say, KOTL is just sitting on base, just ready to call Contrast player back.
Checking out chat. You guys are just anyway, for you guys asking, I'm Lysander Zenora and I'm joined here by my co-caster Dave. This is only game 2 of the GEST finals first departure, making us stay here for the long haul. Miracle trying to do some slithery techniques here. I want to see, come on, let's do some Black Hawk down. Let's go. Drop in here, summon up the troops, and let's TP in. But right now, Winter has to lose his glyph, or he won't be getting, or he won't be in any danger there. So long his glyph is not stopped, glyph is not used, he will have no problem. But so far, Miracle has been doing a good job keeping the enemy out of his base, but he has lost the tier 3 tower. Another attack and he will be losing his double set of racks, and that will be the last set he has. His throne towers are still up. MUFC's towers, of course, still gonna be in danger here. But right now, Juggernaut or Nature's Prophet should actually look towards the Desolator to reduce the armor of the throne, try and take it down fast. The throne only has 15 armor, unlike the towers who have 25.
FT should just rename themselves BD.
Yeah, backdoor.
They do this strat so much. I'm pretty sure Winter knows it's coming. It's just a matter of farm, I guess.
Well, it could be F doors as well. So.
What, front door?
No, to hell of doors. You know, just don't want to be. Just gonna keep the street clean, I guess.
I'm not exactly sure how this is going to turn out, because obviously MUFC has the upper hand, but this Miracle is such a prick. Hannah's back.
Hannah's back, and we'll be going into the game very shortly. Continuing this Ghost Recon kind of style. Look at that ninja jump.
I really hope they don't pick Magnus for Polozon anymore. I mean, it's not that he's ineffective, but he's just not comfortable at all using Magnus right now. Maybe it's this kind of like, maybe the finals is getting to him, but maybe the pressure's doing him in. Yeah. But he's just not comfortable using the Mag anymore.
Yep.
I've seen his QP. His co-op is amazing, but...
Okay, Guns. Okay, I love you too. Thanks for all your support. I love you guys all. So... really, you guys... Shout out to you guys. Really, thanks for all your support as well as your feedback. I know my accent does take a little bit getting used to. I'm trying to work on that as well. Everyone likes a nice AC accent. I mean, who doesn't like that? All try to work towards that. But of course, we are born here. The accent kind of sticks on. We need a lot of training to get rid of it. Don't worry, I'm working on it. Maybe about half a year from now, I'll have a perfect accent. I'll be AC2. You know, you never know.
Or you can just ask LD to employ me as a full-time caster. I'll be casting him the entire time. I'll definitely pick it up.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, they're getting a new start.
Okay, they're gonna restart. So just checking some admin stuff.
Alright, carry on.
Alright, carrying on it is. So
Dire's
Darts
mid
here
tower could use
will
a
be
little
surging up here on the river, in the river, going to be running up and down, and Vendetta will be used here from Winter. Going to look for pickoffs here. At this point, any pickoff will be a big pickoff, even the Rubik as well as Rasta. But Pelozon really needs to land an RP, man. This guy airballing every single RP, and you just wonder how Ferrari does it. That guy, man, he knows how to land an RP. So, we're gonna follow the adventures of Miracle here, see if we can get a miracle. If you're wondering what the Chinese characters do stand for, it means the next stop will be fortune. Says here, next stop will be fortune, or next stop fortune. So he's looking for a bit of fortune here in this second game of the GEST Grand Finals, best of 5. First departure against MUFC. Both sides 2 Rexes down. Departure losing the last tier 3 tower, and Miracle going for the ninja play here. Shadowblade gonna wear off, Sentry Walk gonna scout him out, and instant TP support's gonna come in. Quap already seeing him there, gonna turn it into a sheep, and this could be trouble. Miracle actually does buy out enough money. And goodbye, Miracle. Buy out. No, not gonna buy out. No, not gonna buy out.
Well, they're not pushing actually. So.
Oh, Hannah. Yeah. Goodbye, Hannah. Juggernaut buys out.
Your chronology
Is there a buyback for Hannah? Hannah doesn't have buyback, and he went back in there. So that was horrendous. And here comes the TP in. There is no globe, there is no chronosphere, but there is the FV with a shitload of items. Chicken FV gonna be hacked up by Pelozon. I mean, no, not Pelozon, his friend there. But anyway, it's all messy, but this is all over. BKB gonna pick up the entire team. Miracle can't hope to fight this, and he's still trying. This guy. We're just gonna follow him for now. This game is over. We're gonna follow him now. Miracle, the one-man squad. There is going to go against the Radiant Fortress as well as the Fortification. Creep's going to chase him down. At this point, Winter's not going to care.
It's heating up at the dire
GG call out from Hannah. The throne will be destroying this. No glyph.
They're gonna need the radiant.
Yeah, FD really kind of had it coming. They
Right, and a little bit of smack talk coming up from Yuan here. This is game 2, 41-14, reverse of scores here. Departure gonna be taken down by MUFC. 2-0 is the score. It is best of 5. Can MUFC take a 3-0 clean sweep of the series, or will Departure actually get back into this game? You predicted 3-1, Dave. We're gonna see if it does go to that. MUFC going to be up against Departure in this GEST Grand Finals. Big shout out to Dota Talk, Gigabyte, as well as Western Digital for sponsoring this tournament. Thanks to BTS for letting me cast on their channel. I'm Lysander Sonora, bringing you your English broadcast. Dave, my co-caster. If you like my cast, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, like me on Twitch as well. Follow me on Twitch as well. It's also twitch.tv/LysanderSonora. It's a personal channel where I do various Dota stuff, play games, cast smaller tournaments, and stuff like that. So just follow me on Twitter, of course, for the most updates. Really appreciate it if you guys like my social media. Dave, any plugins, any last words to the audience out there? You'll be going after this game, I assume.
yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I'm actually thank you, a huge thank you to BTS for letting us cast, for letting the 2 best looking casters in Singapore cast. It's a pleasure that we actually got together to actually do this for you guys. So basically, I hope you guys enjoyed the game and stay tuned for Game 3. Thank you very much.
Yep, stay tuned for Game 3 indeed. Now, we're going to be playing, we're going back into the intermission and we're going back for Game 3. Hopefully it won't be as long as the previous games have been, but now, stat screen for you guys who want to see it, 41-14. MUFC 2-0ing Departure. Stay tuned for Game 3.